Hello everyone, what's up? My name is Andrew Hochradel, and I will be your host, your guide, your prompt jockey today to show you a little bit of Adobe Firefly. It's going to be a really fun time today, and we're going to be doing a lot of chat interaction. If you are watching in chat, hi, hello, nice to see ya. Thanks so much for joining me. I stream a lot here on Adobe Live. I am a brand identity designer by trade, but I love to be here and help you and hang out with you. And so if you are watching, swing by, say hi, and we're gonna try something a little bit different today. That's right, chat. You're on the screen. Look at that. Look at all those people. So if you are joining us over on Behance, hi, nice to see you. If you're over on YouTube, great to see you as well. Let me know where you're watching from. And the reason, chat, that I have you over on the screen is so that you can give me prompts. That's right. We are doing all kinds of prompting today here in Adobe Firefly. It's going to be a really fun time. And we're going to be doing something that I like to call fill in the blank. It's a little bit of Mad Lib, a little bit of fun, but let's hop in and let's talk a little bit about Adobe Firefly first. So chat, are you familiar with Adobe Firefly? Let me know if you have looked, if you have checked it out, if you kind of played around with it. If not, I'll show you right now. So Adobe Firefly, really great new resource. It's in beta with Adobe, and there are a couple things that we're going to play around with today. One is the text to image. This is where you can type in your text and get a generative AI image. And also text effects. This is where you can type in your text and give it a little bit of finessing, and it will create an awesome text effect for you, which is really fun. If you see me looking all over the place, chat, that's because you are in a million different places. My monitor's over here, our screen is here, and you are hanging out up over here. So if it's disorienting or you're like, why is he looking everywhere? It's because I want to see all your beautiful faces. Look at that. Look at those people over there. All right, so let's go ahead and hop in here and show you a little bit about what we will be doing today. Today, we will be having fun, and I want to just give you the opportunity to see the power of Adobe Firefly and the fun that you can have with it and how it can assist you in your creative process. And mostly, I want to hang out and just generate your prompts. I think it's going to be a fun time. So what we're going to do today is we are going to be doing a fill in the blank game. And we're starting here. We have a story that I've written that we are going to walk through together. This really is just a vehicle for us to play around and see some cool prompts and watch Adobe Firefly in action. But let me read you our first page. You can get an idea of where we're going and the structure of how we're going to do this. We are going to use Adobe Firefly to help fill in some of the visuals on the side so that we can have some cool prompts, some fun times, and hopefully some laughs. I love generating stuff that makes me giggle in Adobe Express, or sorry, in Adobe Firefly. Ooh, getting it mixed up. So here's the beginning of our story, and I'll tell you how we're going to do this. Once upon a time, there was a creature that lived in a location. They didn't know it yet, but they were almost ready for a big adventure. While they enjoyed their food and drink, suddenly there was a knock at the door. It was none other than mythical creature or person that lived in the swamp next door. So the way that we're going to do this is, chat, you are going to make your suggestions to fill in these pieces. So where it says creature, where it says location, food and drink, mythical creature next door, all of those things are going to be things that we will be generating together using Adobe Firefly, and then plugging them in to hopefully tell our story and help our creative process here in Adobe Illustrator, which is gonna be really fun. So the first thing that I need from you, chat, is a prompt for our hero. This is going to be, our hero is going to be some kind of creature, and go ahead and just start dropping your suggestions in the chat. And I will type in a couple of suggestions. We do want to have this creature in a location, but let's focus on the creature first. What do we want that to look like? Let's go ahead and drop our suggestions into the chat. Let me know what we want that to look like. Okay, so we have a dragon. Okay, so people are saying dragon. I like that. Okay. Let's see here. We've got a koala, a centaur, a centaur? Centaur, I think that's how you say it. A lively gnome, fun. Unicorn. Okay. There's a suggestion here from Oliver Andrews that says super snail. I might have to just pick Super Snail. I think Super Snail is really fun. So we're going to do a snail. And tell me a little bit more about this snail, chat. What do we want this snail to look like? What kind of traits do we want it to have? What is this snail going to be? And also, if you are an illustrator or someone who creates character design, this is a really, really great place to kind of get started, to get some ideas to play around, right? We have a snail, but let's expand it. What other things can we incorporate? I think that this snail should be green. I think it should be green. I think a green snail. And so we're just going to keep adding descripting words to our prompt here. So super snail, a green snail with a superhero cape. Let's do that. So he's a super snail. What else about this? Let's see. Let's see what this generates. So we are in the text to image. We'll start there, and we're just going to hit generate, and we'll kind of grow as we go and refine our generation. So a green snail with a superhero cape. We're going to get some cool stuff here. And someone says he's a matador. Okay, cool. So we've got a green snail. We've got the little superhero cape. This little guy. Look at that little face. His little teardrop. He's just saying hello. Hello. Wearing rollerblades. Okay, 3D character, highly detailed with textures. Okay, love that. Let's type it in. Let's see what happens. So then let's do 3D and highly detailed and textures. And what's cool is in Adobe Firefly, we can use a lot of these options that are over on the side here to get some more details through. And so already we're getting some really interesting results. I love this one because he has eyes and the antenna. That's really fun. And I like this kind of vibe on the shell. I think is really fun. This guy's way too cool for our story. He's got his sunglasses on. I do think that this is a pretty good one as well. I think maybe let's roll with one of these. I know that we did say that we wanted it to maybe look a little different. So what I can do is I can actually take off this art style and we can change this to a photo style. So let's see what happens here because this isn't something that is naturally occurring. Let's see what happens when we type in and click on the photo. So it will just revise our search, and there are all kinds of different styles that we can explore, as well as color, tones, lighting, composition. And here we got a little bit more of a photo look on some of these. So I actually liked the one that was there before. So let's see if we can get back close to that by clicking on art. And it will bring us right back to where we were, which is really cool. So chat, I'll let you pick. Do we want 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which one? 1 is top left, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to let you vote. Let me know 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one is the most likely to be in our story? And what's really cool is we'll actually be able to composite this character into our setting, which, if we look at the story, is the next thing that we will be creating. So we have, there once was a, I think we ended up, super snail is the words that we ended up with. This is already off the rails. There once was a super snail that lived in a different location. So chat, very aggressively looks like it's number 2 is the winner here. There's a lot of number 2s coming in. All right, number 2 I think is the winner. He does look very unassuming and kind of fun. There's a lot of number 4s too. I don't know, might be a tie. Let's use number 4. Number 2, let's use number 2. This one looks like he has a garden, and this one looks like he has like a kettle, right? Like boiling. He's like a little more of a mage. So let's go ahead and use number 2. So I'm just going to click this here. I am going to download that, and check this out. It's applying content credentials. And so if you open this image, it's going to show you that it was generated by AI, and it also will give you the prompt in the name of the image that you are creating. I do see people in chat asking, can we generate a supervillain? Oh, you just wait. You just wait till we're going in this story. We will have all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, so we have our little character. Looks great here. And I'm going to go ahead and take that into Photoshop. So I'm going to open Photoshop real quick, and we are going to use kind of a combination of a bunch of things, and I'm going to pull him out of Photoshop so that we can put him into a scene. And chat, this is where I need your help. We are looking for a location. So there once was a super snail. Once upon a time, there was a super snail that lived in a location. Where does our super snail live? And we can kind of plug that in and start to composite some pieces together. Where does our super snail live? I'm gonna go ahead and move Photoshop in here real quick. And I'm going to make a new document. All right, so here we are. Now we're in Photoshop. All that I need to do is I'm going to drag in that image that we just generated. So just one second. Let's go ahead and grab that, and I'm just going to click and drag in here, and you can see, boop. Look at that little guy. Look at the little guy. Chat, also, we can give them a name. If you'd like to give them a name, that would be fun. And right now we're voting on what is a location. And when we're talking about creating prompts, it would be really great if we got super specific with some of these prompts. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just a general prompt. You can get very specific with it. Give me some more kind of describing words, which are called adjectives. That's what they're called. Give me some more adjectives. I'm just going to crop you in a little bit there, chat. There we go. Give me some adjectives and let me know what we want to see in the setting that we are about to create around our little guy. So let's see here. An old tennis shoe. That's a fun one. I like the idea of an old tennis shoe. And I'm just going to go back here to our text to image. Okay, so a lot of people saying he looks like a labyrinth. I like labyrinth too as well. So maybe let's do let's see what happens. Let's type in here a mystical labyrinth. That, let's see here, with bioluminescence. I like that. With bioluminescence. I spelled that correctly. And furniture. Furniture? I don't know how to spell furniture. And I love the little water bottle for a greenhouse. I think that's cute. So let's see where we are here, and we are just going to hit generate right there. It's going to generate this image for us, and I'm going to change the aspect ratio. I know I want this to be kind of a wide look at something, and so I'm going to change this to a 16:9 widescreen look. He lives in a pencil, a cute little pencil home. Living in a cute little pencil. If you're just joining us, we are using Adobe Firefly to generate some images. Okay, so we've got bioluminescence, and we've got a bunch of different looks in a labyrinth. Chat, would we like to explore a different art style? Would we like to explore another bit of the prompt? I actually think some of these could look really cool. It's gonna look a little smashed together, but that's fine. We're just having fun doing prompts and creating images here in Firefly today. And so we will put him into this scene, which I think will be really fun. Let's see what happens if we do photo. I'm interested to see with a photo look, what it's going to do with something that would be a little more fantasy. So let's see what happens if we click on photo as our style. Okay, this is looking pretty cool. Chat, anything else? Ooh, with graffiti on the walls. Great suggestion from our friend lower third right there. With graffiti on the walls. And someone is also saying that we want to add a synthwave kind of look. And what's cool about Adobe Firefly is you are able to add that synthwave look however you want. Oh, yeah. All right, graffiti on the walls. I love the interpretation of graffiti that's happening here. That's cool. All right, graffiti idea, winner, chicken dinner. So let's go ahead and find a cool look for, I believe somebody said that we wanted like a synth wave. So we can go to themes right here and kind of scroll through. All right, not in the themes. Let's look at maybe materials, concepts. Let's do techniques, maybe movements. There's steampunk, cyberpunk. I think cyberpunk would probably be a good look. So let's go ahead and click on this and it will add that filter to, oops, I have it covered. Sorry, chat. Over here, cyberpunk, we can click and it will add that to our prompt. And then I'm going to hit generate and it will revise. It already had gone to that kind of cyberpunk look with the bioluminescence that we put in. But let's see what it generates here. There we go. All right, everything got a little more industrial. I like this. I actually think that we should take it a little bit more into like a floral look. So maybe let's go into with vines and small trees. Because I think that will take it back into a place that maybe a super snail would live. Let's see here. There we go. That's what's up right there. All right, chat. Time to vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You know the rundown. Top left is 1. Top right is 2. Bottom left is 3. Bottom right is 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do we want to incorporate here? And what I'm going to do is as I kind of composite these together into an image to put with our story, I'm going to use a couple elements in Photoshop. And we are going to kind of bring it together so that it might look like he is sitting within this scene. So chat, 1, 2, 3, or 4. We have a vote for 3. I'll put you up here so we can see. 3, 1, 3, or 4. 3, 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4, 4. 3 and 4. All right, it's a toss-up between 3 and 4. Let's go ahead and do 3 because I think, and this is selfishly, I think it will be easier to composite in because I have this little look. I like having a nice little look into the forest or maybe what's outside, and we can kind of play around with the lighting here a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this one right there. And we are going to move over into Photoshop. So chat, let me know if you've applied, if you've had a chance to play around at all with Adobe Firefly. And we're going to kind of generate stuff, continue our story here throughout the stream. And once we are done, we can maybe just generate some prompts for those of you that don't quite have access yet. So I'm going to use Photoshop and I'm just going to select our cute little character by going to select and I'm going to go to subject. It will take that subject, find him in that scene. And then here's a little trick. If you are working as a creator, I'm actually going to subtract that real quick. So here's a little trick. If you have select a subject, you can go to select and you can go to modify and contract and then change that contraction to 1 or 2 pixels. What that's gonna do is it's gonna bring the edge in just a little bit, hit okay. And now I can mask. And there we go. We've got our little guy in the scene and I'm going to scale him down. And do we want him to be small? Is that the vibe? Do we want him like small on the side of the table or do we want him to be like bigger? Like, is he the size of an actual snail or is he the size of like a bigger snail? And I'm glad you're having fun, Jane. Jane is saying that she's having fun. So is he small like a snail or is he like a very large element in this scene? Like, is he sitting on this whole thing? Let's see. I mean, we could put him on the couch over here too. Bigger? Okay, so he's like a... Oh yeah, you'll get to show the details. Okay, cool. So maybe we'll put him that he's just like closer to the camera. And so maybe he's sitting on something right here. So he's just like saying hi, something like that, I think could work. And then maybe let's blur out the background just a little bit so that he's in, actually he looks pretty in focus. So what I'm gonna do to bring this all together is I am going to add a gradient map over the whole thing. So all I need to do is come to my gradient map here in Photoshop. And I'm going to make this, I believe people have said that they want it to have a green overtint. is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a gradient map that is green. There we go. And then change the blending mode here to kind of go through and maybe linear burn, color burn, multiply. I can scroll through these and see which one looks the best for me that kind of brings it all together so that the exposure and lighting looks the same. This is a very, very easy way to do it. So let's just do, linear burn. I think linear burn looks good to me. And then I am just going to brighten it a little bit so that we can get back some of that look. All right, cute. Cute, 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 cute. All right, so I'm gonna grab this real quick and I'm just going to bring it over into our story so that we have an image in our story as we build things here in Adobe Firefly. So there once was a super snail that lived in a ancient labyrinth. Labyrinth. There we go. All right, they didn't yet know yet, but they were almost ready for a big adventure. While they enjoyed their food and drink, another prompt that we have in our story is we need to come up with a food and drink. So chat, go ahead and give me some ideas or a prompt for some food and drink that we could create. And it can be a mashup of different things. It can be something that doesn't exist. You can use your imagination to get inspired to create some images. Let me know. What could we do here? And while you think that, and while I kind of put you on screen there you go. Go ahead, give me some suggestions. Yes. Kentucky Fried Chicken, sweet pea, bubble tea. We can type in anything that we want here. So I can do a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with 4 layers and cookies. Oops. As the bread. Let's see what happens if we do this. Oh, Renee saying he's having a little drink, little tequila, little magic salad, some bubble tea. Ooh, these look tasty. Ooh, actually, like low key, this is me on a Friday night. I've got Eggo waffles and then peanut butter and jelly. Like this is exactly what I ate last Friday. Ooh, a hexagonal rainbow banana split. Okay, that's fun. With a hot dog. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to combine those, chat. That's what's going to happen right now. All right, so let's go ahead and type those in. Brian, you're regretting that, just adding the with a hot dog in there, but we're doing it. All right, so we got a hexagonal rainbow banana split with a hot dog. All right. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and change this one into a widescreen 16:9 because I think just like the banana split shape would be good for that. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we do a hexagonal rainbow banana split with a hot dog. Whoa. Whoa. Let's do ice cream sundae to add a little bit more detail here. And then we can play around with some of the styles that are over on the right. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Let's go ahead and see what happens if we change this into a photo. This is going to be wild. Also, rainbow pasta salad, Luna Light just put in there. Rainbow pasta salad sounds delicious, and I might just have to see what that looks like as well. All right, I'm not mad about this banana's great. I'm not mad about any of these. Chat, do we want to add anything else to this? I think maybe like, let's try a different style. So let's come down here and look at color and tone and lighting. So lighting, maybe let's do like a studio light. For color and tone, let's definitely do some vibrant color. And composition, I do want it to be like a wider shot. And so let's go ahead and do wide angle. And someone said, Carol said with sprinkles. You got it. I got you. Got to get those sprinkles. Let's see. Generating. Okay, I'm gonna let you pick, chat, but I have my favorite. All right. All right. So our superhero, our super snail, is in the layer in the labyrinth with bioluminescence, and change rainbow and add iridescent. That is a great comment over here from our friend lower third. I'm going to do that and see what happens. Everyone's mad about the hot dog. I know we're mad. All right, I agree. Changing it to iridescent might actually be a little bit of a better prompt. So let's see what happens. And then it will be voting time, chat. So we have a hexagonal iridescent banana split ice cream sundae with hot dog and sprinkles. It is going to be a photo with studio lighting and vibrant color at a wide angle. All right, chat. So before our heroes is going out on their adventure, which one of these are they eating? Which one is the snack? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know your votes. 1, 2, 3, or 4. There are a lot of threes, but I do think that that was from the last prompt. And so 1, 2, 3, or 4. I have my favorite. I think my favorite is... I think my favorite is 3, but I don't want to... Where's the hot dog? The hot dog's right there. Boop. Hot dog right there. There's a hot dog right there. I'm guessing maybe the hot dog is like with the banana. And then here we focus more on the ice cream. And let's change hot dog to maybe sausage and see if the one word brings it together. I'm so sorry. I keep like changing this on you. We'll see, and then we'll go back. See if this is any different. Okay, that didn't change it very much. I'm going to do hot dog, and it looks like we had 2, 2, 4, 2, 4. Okay, so let's go with 2. 2 looks like it's a winner. So we're going to go ahead and download this one. We will drop it into our story and continue on with our magical story over in Illustrator. So I'm just going to drop that image that we created over here. Great prompt. Love it. And actually, what's cool is I can resize. So I made that one 4x3, and I didn't do that on our look. So I can go in here and then just change it to be landscape 4x3. And it will resize that for me, reimagine it, and give it to me. It redid the prompts. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I did it in the wrong size. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I think that we just go with... I'll let you pick. I do think that 1 is probably the best one here. Let me know. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I do think that 1 is the best. Also, I need to stop changing these. We need to like set on it before we vote, because I keep having you all just slam a bunch of numbers in. Let me know. What do we got? Also, the chill vibe music. Run down to a flower. Thank you, menu with that. 2, 2, 4. All right, we're gonna go with 2 just for the sake of time. All right, so we're going with 2 and we're hopping back over into Illustrator. I'm just going to drop that in there. There we go. This is our little snack that we had. Our character is having a nice little snack. Every Tuesday I go to Baskin Robbins and I buy myself a little treat. That's a reference to a very specific episode of Family Guy that I quote all the time. And the prompt that we used here was a hexagonal iridescent banana split ice cream sundae with a hot dog with sprinkles. We're going to have to change the sizing of this whole paragraph. All right. We're going to take that off. I'm going to take the... All right. So... here's our story so far. Here we go, chat. There once was a snail that lived in an ancient labyrinth. They didn't know it yet, but they were on a big adventure while they enjoyed their hexagonal iridescent banana split ice cream sundae with a hot dog with sprinkles. Suddenly there was a knock at the door. It was none other than blank. What blank? What is the mythical creature or person that we will be creating, that we will be generating over in Firefly to go right over here that is visiting our friend? So it's none other than a mythical creature or person. Make up a character. Describe the character. Don't just say like, it was a slug. Right? Please don't just say the word slug. Give me like descriptions. Make it fantasy. Make it crazy. Make it fun. Let's see what Adobe Firefly can do. Let's plug something in here. So chat, let me know. I will head back to Adobe Firefly and we can start generating those images. So we are looking at our hero is having a little snack and then someone knocks at the door. Who's at the front door? A winged wombat. Anubis, the ancient ancient Egyptian god. I like that. I like Egyptian as a word. So let's just do Egyptian to start out with. An Egyptian insurance salesman. I like that one. Okay. An Egyptian insurance salesman. And we've got an ogre. We've got Anubis, which I think is a dog. And then we have a badger. Okay, so let's do a badger. So let's do I guess a wombat. Let's do wombat because a couple of people have said wombat. A wombat in a suit, since he's a salesman, of course. Let's see. Someone said here Egyptian. So a wombat in a suit with an Egyptian, let's see, what, like Egyptian jewelry. Let's see what happens. All right, everybody. So a knock at the door, and suddenly there is a wombat in a suit with Egyptian jewelry. Let's see what happens. I'm interested to see what Egyptian jewelry. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 absolutely yes, 100%. All right, okay, chat. I think that we're good here. 1, 2. Oh, we lost one. Let's go ahead and replace this one just so we have a fair shot at 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, chat, we're gonna have you vote once 2 generates right here, and we are going to go with 1, 2, 3, or 4. There we go. Look at him. He's so regal. All right, chat. Go ahead. Give me your votes. 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is the neighbor that has knocked on the door, and we don't know why yet, but showing up. And yes, he is so luxurious. He is a club owner. Which one? 1, 2, 3, or 4 is going to be a part of our story. And I do need to generate this in 4x3, but these are all way too cute for me to explore 4x3, and so we're just going to pick one of these. 1, 3, 1, tiny hands. 1, 1, 1. I agree. 1 feels like the correct answer. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to download that, and I'm going to plug it back into our story over here. This is going to be the wrong size, but honestly, I don't care because look at this. He's just cute. So let's zoom in here and see some of the details that are happening. The whiskers are looking great. We've got this jewelry that's coming in here. Really, really love how this turned out. And one's got some muscles. He's beefy. He's beefy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop this in here so that we have a little visual to continue on. So page 1, we did it. Page 1 is good to go in our story. I'm going to grab our prompt. That the wombat, I think wombat salesman is what we said. Salesman. All right, so Page 1, we did it. There was a super snail that lived in an ancient labyrinth. They didn't know it yet, but they were almost ready for a big adventure. While they enjoyed their hexagonal iridescent banana split ice cream sundae with a hot dog and sprinkles, suddenly there was a knock at the door. It was none other than the wombat salesman that lived in the swamp next door. All right, everybody, we are ready for page 2. Chat, are you ready for page 2? And you can see these are all the prompts that we generated together. So, page 2. Let's continue the story. The ruler of the land had issued a decree that all creatures were being called to an event in the center of town. So let's go ahead and generate what that event could be. So give me descriptions of an event. What kind of decorations are there? What kind of town is it in? Let's generate something over in Adobe Firefly so we can have a little bit of a visual to imagine what this looks like. And okay, everybody's, hold on. Chat. I just want you to see when I misspell something, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Are you happy now? Are you entertained? Thank you, chat. All right, chat, let me know where are we going? The ruler of the land had decreed creatures to an event. What is the event that we will be creating? We're going to use a couple of those style filters in Adobe Firefly to make sure that we get a high angle, that we get a wide shot, and that we kind of have a lot of good elements. And try to use a lot of description words when you're working here. Use a lot of description words and we can plug that in and start to build a prompt together. A fireball tossing contest. That seems intense. That seems a little intense for where we're going with this. Maybe we want, I do like the idea of like a contest happening. All right, so someone is saying a street parade in Zurich. I like that. So a parade on the street with foam rave. I like that, with foam and bubbles. Of course, we got to have bubbles there. And I think that like maybe crosses over into Beer Fest as well. So a parade on the street with foam and bubbles, and then what? And an armpit sewing contest in a lava pit. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and parade on the street with foam and bubbles. And let's do in glitter. Surrounded by lava. It's a dangerous festival. All right, so the festival is happening. It is a parade on the street with foam and bubbles and glitter, but it's surrounded by lava. And chat, while we generate this, I need you to come up with a name for this. And I'm going to go ahead and before we see anything, change this to widescreen 16:9. And let's see what we have. It's like Burning Man for creatures of mythical. Yes, absolutely. All right. So we've generated some images here, and let's maybe get a little bit more specific. So it's like we have a parade on the street with foam and bubbles and glitter surrounded by lava. So a couple things that I see right away. We want these to be kind of imaginary creatures, right? We're looking at animals. So far we have a wombat and we have a snail. So let's go ahead and type in here. Let's do an animal parade. And see what happens when we change there. We also are going to change the angle a little bit and try to get a wider shot. Oh, okay. Let's do a group of animals. A group of animals at a parade on the street. Let's try that. Get a little more specific. Sometimes just revising your prompts and building more detail in them will yield better results as you use them here in Adobe Firefly. All right, I'm feeling the top left a little bit. I like that. Let's go ahead and change some of the extra pieces that we can over here in the styles. So I definitely want to look at composition, and I want it to be a wide angle. And maybe actually let's do shot from above and see what happens. And this will kind of try to give us a top-down view on what this imaginary scene is. Don't start voting yet. I don't want to disappoint you. We're going to kind of hone it in here a little bit. Okay, we're getting better. I definitely do want to do a wide shot. So I'm going to add in wide angle here, and let's change it to a photo. So I'm going to change it to photo, and we're going to see what happens here. Ooh, and someone's asking, Brian is asking, can it be a rave to go with the neon? Honestly, the answer is yes. So we're going to go ahead and change this over. We're going to add the neon right here style to our image. So we're going to click on neon right here. It will add that, and then I'm going to hit generate. And I think that this might be where we vote. Let's see what happens. I might need to refine a little bit, and then we can vote. Oh, some of these are really terrifying creatures. Okay, so let's do, what do we need to be more specific with here? Let's just do a parade and take the animals out and see what happens if we just make this into a parade. It seems like it's going to be, I want more just like atmospheric. Okay. Maybe let's do graphic and see what happens. Play around, see if we can get something fun. Okay. Kind of fun, kind of fun. I actually like this one. Chat, let's go ahead and vote 1 through 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do we want to plug in here? Or do we want to revise? Oh, cute animals. That's okay. Don't vote yet. Good job, Sam. Thank you. With cute animals. Let's see what happens with cute animals. Yay! Okay, we got somewhere. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is the festival that we all imagined, right? 1, 2, 3, or 4. This feels like psychedelic, neon. I love the like little moments that are happening with a lot of these. Chat, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's vote and we can plug it into our story. Also, this has been really fun. If you enjoy this, let me know. Maybe we'll do it again and continue our story. I do have like 12 pages written that we're definitely not going to get to. All right, so we've got some 2s, 2, 2, 1, 1. Also, thank you so much to our mod Sam for the clutch there. 1, 1, 1. All right, so we're going to go with 1. I do think that that is a really, really fun option there. Come back into Illustrator, and we are just going to drop that in there. Fun. Oops. Oh, no. Andrew, what are we doing here? All right, so I'm going to crop this in because I do need to put it in a little clip mask. All right, so let's center it up. Get a cool little boop right there. And then I am going to just mask this in. There we go. All right, so there is a, let's say it's a lava parade, a lava foam parade. Let's do that. A lava foam parade. In the center of town. Got it. All right. Our creature was excited and ready to find the perfect outfit. So they ran to the closet and put on blank. Chat, let me know what they are putting on. And the character's probably not going to look the same, but we are going to use that prompt that we had created to try to put some clothes on. So I need an outfit to generate, and I'm going to type in the first part, and chat, I want you to continue on with what that second part will be. So we had a green snail with a superhero cape, 3D, highly detailed. Let's see here. And the rest of that prompt was textures. There we go. And we're 2 votes for a tutu, so a tutu's in. wearing a tutu. A bright shirt. And what else? A diaper, a swimsuit. What else we got? Let's add one more element maybe. We're getting our finest outfit on to go to the Bubble Lava Glitter Festival. And sunglasses. Got it. All right, and sunglasses. Here we go. A green snail with a superhero cape, 3D highly detailed textures, wearing a tutu, a bright neon shirt, and sunglasses. Let's go ahead and generate. I do think that this one needs to be in a widescreen as well, 16:9. So let's see what happens. Everyone cross your fingers. I'm actually very interested in this one. Yay, it's so fun. It's so fun. All right, chat. Which do we want to add anything? Let me know if there are any suggestions for things that we need to change or if we feel good about this one. Any of these feeling good here? I'm not mad about a few of them. It looks like a couple people have asked for a hat. A hat? Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and put a hat on him. And let's put a top hat. I think a top hat would be a fun little addition. All right, so let's see what happens when we add in the top hat. There he is. There he is. All right, chat. This is what we're going to vote on. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let me know your vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And yes, chat, there is a little bit of a delay, and so you'll probably see that. But I want people who are watching on other platforms, wherever, if you're on YouTube, wherever, I want you to be able to see what the votes are. So I wanted to put them up there. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's get that vote on. What do we have here? All right, so we've got ones, 4 for the 2-2 on 4. I agree, the 2-2 on 4 is really good. All right, looks like 4 is going to be the winner. So we are going to take 4 and we are going to drop that on in. All right, so another prompt right here. Let's scroll over and I'm going to drop this into our story and then we can continue on the story. We only have about 10 minutes left, y'all. If this was fun, if you loved it, let me know, and hopefully we'll come back and do another one. Also, if you are loving the Adobe Firefly content, and if you like hanging out with me, I may be back on Thursday with our friend Paul Tranny. We're going to be doing some fun stuff in studio, actually, which will be really cool. And we are going to go ahead and just clip this in and frame them up right there. Love that. So cool. All right, and I need to grab our prompt so we can plug it in here. Wearing, there we go, a tutu. Wearing their tutu, comma, bright neon shirt and sunglasses with a top hat. Whew. It was time for a celebration. All right, let's continue on. Here we go to the next point of our story. This may be the last part of our story that we get to do. Let's go ahead and click with their best dressed, our hero set into the location. With a happy heart and an adventurous spirit, they didn't know that lurking in the shadows was a villain. Suddenly behind them, the villain appeared and conjured an army of animals. So, chat, you are going to go ahead and let me know, what is our villain, what do they look like, and what are their minions? What are the henchmen that do the bidding of our villain? And we will create one big image to do the villain, to do a location, and to do all those little elements. So this is going to be a mega prompt. So we are looking for a villain. We are looking for the villain's hench things, and we are looking for the location. A DJ. I actually love the idea. I don't know if that's in relation to what we're talking about now, but I love the idea of a DJ. It would be really fun. All right, villain. What kind of villain do we have here, chat? An evil alpaca. What a win. What a great suggestion. Thank you, Luna. That is great. So we're going to do an evil alpaca. With hench friends. I like hench friends. With squirrels. Let's see. An evil surrounded by squirrels. And someone said something about salt. That are throwing salt. Maybe they attacked with salt. That would be problematic for our super snail. And the evil alpaca is going to have red eyes. With red eyes and a gold necklace. Surrounded by squirrels that are throwing salt. In a dark forest. With bioluminescence. We gotta have the bioluminescence. Did I just spell that right? I think that I spelled that right. Thanks so much for joining. The stream's over. I'm never streaming again because I just spelled bioluminescence right on the first try. All right, here we go. Time to generate. Are y'all ready? Generate. We're probably gonna need to revise this one, and we do need this to be a portrait 4x3. It's gonna be a very tall image, which I think maybe the majority of it is going to be alpaca. Let's see what happens. And oh, it's so fun. All right. I don't think that we need to revise these at all. I think these are fantastic options. Chat. 1, 2, 3, or 4. These are fantastic options. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do we want to go with here? This is our villain. The villain's name is, I believe, Kronos is what someone said. Kronos. And yes, it is in a dark forest. 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 1. I think that we're going to end up going with 1, it looks like. 1, 1, 1, 1. Not evil enough. I agree, but like we're like it's like a kid's thing. So like we're gonna like keep it like, all right. 1 is absolutely flawless. I agree. And I like the okay, this is gonna be so dark when I say this right now. Let me pull this over and I'll drop it in. Okay, 2 things I really love about this image. I love the like this this moment is hilarious. And then I also like that it has these little like drippies. To me, these are like the like snails that's slain before. And I also like that there's like a little squirrel in the background, just like hanging. And yes, it's the blepto. Blip. Blip. It's great. All right, so let's continue on our story. And this was into the dark forest. And they didn't know was Kronos. Chat, you named it. And let's see, an evil alpaca with red eyes and a gold necklace. Suddenly from behind them, Kronos appeared. Let's add in the name real quick. Kronos. And then it conjured the rest of our prompt, which I believe was squirrels. Yep, squirrels with salt. Oh no. With salt. And someone's asking, how do we get into the beta? You can apply. You can apply at adobe.firefly.com, or you can go to adobe.com/firefly. You also can join our Discord. That's a great way to get involved. We're going to have the mod. We'll drop that over. Let's go to this screen. Our mod will drop that right over here. If you would like to request beta access, you can do it there. And you can get involved in the Discord. The Discord is huge. There's a ton of people in there generating and sharing all of the pieces that they are generating here with Adobe Firefly. And chat, we have 1 minute left. So let's recap where we are, and then maybe I'll give you a little preview of where we are going next. So This was really fun. I had a great time doing this. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a super snail that lived in an ancient labyrinth. They didn't know yet, but they were almost ready for a big adventure. While they enjoyed their hexagonal iridescent banana split ice cream sundae with a hot dog and sprinkles, suddenly there was a knock at the door. It was none other than the wombat salesman that lived in the swamp next door. The ruler of the land had issued a decree, and all creatures were being called to a lava foam parade in the center of town. Our creature was excited and ready to find the perfect outfit. They ran to the closet and put on their tutu, bright neon shirt, and sunglasses with a top hat. It's time for a celebration. With their best dressed, our heroes set into the dark forest with a happy heart and adventurous spirit, and they didn't know that lurking in the shadows was Kronos, an evil alpaca with red eyes and a gold necklace. Suddenly from behind them, Kronos appeared and conjured an army of squirrels with salt. And what happens next? Well, you'll have to join me again for another episode of Fill in the Blank with Adobe Firefly. This has been so much fun, and I selfishly want to finish this story. So thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you subscribe to Adobe Live over on YouTube if you're not already, and stay tuned for more awesome content here on Adobe Live, one of my favorite places to be. And I'll see you Thursday with Paul Cherney. Bye, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Bye.